What's going on, everyone? Today we are taking a look at the Baseus Blade 2 65-watt power bank. Taking a look at the specs, this has 12,000 milliamps of power, 65 watts of charging, and a very ultra thin design. Taking a look inside the box, you get the manual, some cool little stickers. I guess that's their little mascot. You got a USB-C to USB-C charging cable, a nice felt or velvet carrying case, and then last but not least, you have the actual power bank itself. All right, so taking a look at the power bank, this has to be the best looking power bank that has ever been made. I've used quite a few different power banks. I've seen quite a few on the market, but I have never seen one that looks as good and refined as this one. You have this very nice matte blue finish, very stylish. And like I said, this is not something I have seen before on a power bank. This looks almost like a tablet or something you would see on a top of the line Samsung phone or something. It is just very nice to look at. So as you can see here, one of the main features that this power bank has is how incredibly thin it is. This is a 12,000 milliamp power bank, and I have not seen one of that capacity in this size. I even have a few other 5 to 7,000 milliamp power banks, and those are even thicker than this one is here. So this is only 7.3 millimeters thick at the thinnest edge here. Then it goes up a little bit, but it's very little, kind of tapers off at the sides. Even at the thicker center part, this is still very thin. So as a comparison, here's another 65-watt power bank I have. And look at this absolute brick compared to this. In comparison, this looks like it came from 1980 or something, and this looks like it belongs in this year. Yes, this one is smaller, but because of how fat it is, it's much more inconvenient to carry in a laptop bag or book bag. This is like a small little folder. You could easily slip this in any book bag or case and barely even notice it's there. This is also much lighter as well. According to the specs, this is only 323 grams. This feels like it has to be somewhere around 600 grams because in my hand, this is at least double the weight, and I can feel the heftiness and weight on this one. This one, not so much at all. So as I said earlier, and as it says here, this is a 65-watt power bank with 12,000 milliamps of capacity. According to the specs, this has an EV grade battery as well. This is also under the TSA flying limits, so you can take this on a plane, no problem at all. I think the limit is somewhere around 24 or 30 milliamps to fly with, so you might even be able to take 2 of these on the plane as well. And like I said, it's so light, even with 2 of them, you barely even notice you have them. So taking a look at the ports, this has 2 USB-C ports, and that's all the ports that it has. What's cool about these ports is they're both bi-directional, so you can charge the power bank from either of these ports. Then you can also charge your phone or other devices from either of these ports as well. They're also both 65 watts as well, so again, you could plug in your laptop to either one, and you're going to get that full 65 watts. This is cool to have because a lot of power banks only have one port that has the full voltage, and the other one's much smaller, but this one you can do from either one. This also has a digital controller inside, so if you plug in 65 watts to one and then plug in, say, 20 watts to the other, it'll automatically divide that to give you the fastest speed possible to both devices out of that 65 watts. Coming up top here, this is also something I have not seen on a power bank. You have a full color LCD up here, which shows you your battery percentage. And then you also have how long it's going to power a certain device. So let me go ahead and plug something in so you can see this. All right, so you see I plugged in this device right now, and it shows you it's drawing 9.1 volts at 2 amps. And if it keeps charging at the same speed right now, I'm going to be able to use this device for 1 hour and 33 minutes. Definitely a very cool feature. This is on a lot of portable power stations, which are much bigger batteries. I have not seen this on a power bank so far. As someone who really likes tech, I love having this information built in right here on the power bank. Typically, if you want information like this, you have to plug in like a dongle between your power bank and the device, and that'll basically give you the same readouts like this. But right here, it's built in into the power bank. So you can see all the charging speeds, everything you want to know right there. So definitely something I really like having. And besides this little screen, unbelievably, especially for a power bank, this also has Bluetooth app connectivity. Again, not something I've seen in any other power bank. So besides the data you get here, You can also see more data and do a few more things on the app as well, which I'll show you all in a moment. All right, so I got a few different devices here. I just want to show you how thin this is in comparison to everyday devices. So here's a Galaxy, I think this is like a S9 or something. It's an older phone. As you can see, even the phone is thicker than this power bank. Then right here, I have my 2022 or 2023, I believe, MacBook Pro. And look at the difference. This is almost, the laptop is like 1.5 times thicker than this power bank. So this, with the capacity this has, this should be able to charge your laptop to 100% and still have a little bit of juice left over. So yeah, we need some battery. Just go ahead and plug that in. Doesn't take much space on the table either. So right here I have my computer case that I use in my MacBook. As you can see, it's pretty thin. If I were to try to take this with me, look at that. That is not something you'll want to carry around. It got a big giant bulge here. Just kind of sticks out the whole thing. I mean, it fits, but it doesn't look good. And it's probably going to feel weird to carry. Look at this. You just can't even tell it's there. Completely almost invisible. With or without it. Doesn't bulge out the bag at all. So this is like the perfect power bank to take with your laptop. Completely invisible. If I put it in this pocket and forgot about it, I'll probably forget it's even there because you can't even notice it. So yeah, like I said, definitely this has to be the thinnest power bank out there. There might be one thinner than this, but you're definitely not going to find a 65 watt with 12,000 milliamps at this thinness. So I got this plugged into my laptop, and right here it's reading 20 volts and 0.9 amps, and it tells me if my computer keeps drawing this amount, it'll charge my computer for 1 hour and 32 minutes. So again, nice to have that information. Nice to be able to see the charging speed and remaining charging speed as well. All right, so taking a look at the app, you have a few unique things here as well. So right here, you got the temperature of your power bank, your battery percentage remaining, and how long it's going to last while it's charging your current device. Right here, you have your theme color. So by default, this has the orange backlight, but you can also change it to black or black blue as it says, or then you have silver gray as well. I like the orange, so I'll leave it there. Earlier, I wasn't sure why I was saying based on user here, but that's a customizable section. So right here it says Eric. I put Eric on there. And right now, when this goes in screensaver mode, it's going to go ahead and display that message as well. So give it a few seconds. And as you can see, it now says what I typed in there, which is Eric. So you could type whatever you want on there, and it'll have that custom screensaver message. Over here, you got timing, which is a timing reminder. So you can have it remind you to maybe unplug your device after 5 or 10 minutes or something. Right here, you have shutdown countdown. So you can set when it'll stop charging. Set it for 60 minutes. It'll charge your device for 60 minutes. Automatically cut itself after that, so you're not getting any parasitic draw or charging more than you need to. And then right here, lastly, you have low current mode. So it'll automatically turn off after 4 hours. So again, not features I've seen with other power banks. And then last but not least, you got data. So it tells you the ports, and then it shows you how much power total is being drawn. Right now, this is charging another power bank, and as you can see, it's charging at 18.8 watts, which is 2.07 amps and then 9.13 volts. Let me go ahead and switch this to another device that'll charge a little faster. And as you can see now, this is charging a lot faster, drawing at about 45 watts, 20 volts, 2 amps. Again, the maximum on this is 65 watts, which is either on one port or divided between both ports. And then last but not least, you have your settings page, which tells you some general information about the power bank. So overall, not that complicated of a app, but again, as someone that really loves tech, I love the charging and wattage information that it gives you. Last but not least, this also has a BMS, or what they call Baseus Digital Intelligent Power. And this has a bunch of different protections inside of it, including short circuit protection, overcharge protection, temperature protection, and a lot more. If you want to see what those are, I'll also throw an image up on the screen as well. Overall, this is definitely a great little power bank. Again, I've used a lot of power banks and have yet to see one this thin, and the charging data is definitely a feature I really value. So overall, if you happen to be shopping for a power bank of around this capacity, I would highly recommend this one here. which again is the Blade 2 from Baseus. Alright, well that about wraps up this video. As usual, if you have any questions at all, feel free to drop me a comment and let me know. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.